Start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. Well, probably better approve the agenda.
Motion to approve the agenda.
Is there a second? Motion made by Commissioner Dalzell, second by Commissioner Kleeman to approve the agenda. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried. Okay, Kathy, we'll start. You want to kind of give us a rundown on the changes and what happened?
Okay, so, after the public meeting and the meeting here with you guys, 2 weeks ago, we went back and talked to the contractor, talked to our, leadership and budgets and contracting and all of that. And with the discussion with the contractor, we were able to confirm that they're going to honor the prices that they bid originally when they sent in their the bids for doing all the construction work. So we were able to reduce the numbers down to what they actually bid on our application. And then just on Monday, we found out there's a lot more hoops we have to jump through to accept if we were to ask for the full amount of all the items that we asked for. So we asked the contractors what is absolutely critical, and we already knew which ones we were most critically wanted to get done when the water is low. And so we reduced it to these 4 items. So that's what's going on with the reduction and why we took some of the items off.
So all the pictures that are in this pamphlet, that, not all those things, because of all that instrumentation still on here?
Yep, I
Yes.
left all that in there.
Okay.
I just took some of the wording off the actual application. I left the other items in on the back side. Those are things that we're hoping to still get done, next year's budget or
For the future.
down the road.
So
Yeah.
at the moment, the contractor still believes he will be able to get this
Yep,
these 4 projects done
Yep.
this year. Okay.
These are the critical.
these are the most critical to get done while the water is down. The other items are still considered critical or, of high need to get done. It's just, we can do them when the water's up. We want to, doing these now just makes sense with the water low. If we try to do them next year, we're going to have to either draw the water down or going to add expense by having to put in a coffer dam or do other measures to do them with the water high.
Are you going to have enough money to do the other projects when the water is up, or is that going to be put on hold?
For the other items?
Yeah.
It's anybody's guess. Yeah.
So
Take it out. Yeah. Go ahead, Tracy.
oh, it would be, you would put it in or try to put it in the budget, and it's up to
Yeah.
whatever they decide at
Yep.
the higher level.
Yep. It's out of my hands. It's one of those things that, we can ask for the money, we can put it in the budget. It's just a matter of where does it fall within the priorities of all the other items that need to be done in the region and the country. So
has construction started?
they are mobilizing this week. I know they're doing some pit excavations and scratching the dirt, getting ready. And tomorrow or next week, they're planning to be full bore into digging and starting construction. So I think they're going to actually start hauling in some sand this week too. I'm going there right after this meeting, and we're staking out where they're going to put all the dirt that they removed from the dam that they're going to put, and then they're going to put sand in there. So they got to have a spot for all that spoil. So,
And who's going to report to, if this is approved, who's going to report to the Board of Commission on the project
as far as
Progress.
progress?
I can give you reports however often you'd like them.
Do you meet with them out there once a week, or?
Yep, we have phone calls every Tuesday. So I have a call with them every Tuesday, and I could let you guys know, and that's kind of like a progress report and what's going on the site. I could let you guys know
You're not
on Tuesdays.
don't have a visual on-site meeting?
I I mean, the folks that are there, the contractors that are there
Yeah.
are gonna meet on site, but then like Dave Hibbs, he called in yesterday. He is planning to be on site. I think it's the week of the 14th. So he'll be there every 2-3 weeks on site.
So would it be possible, like when you have those weekly meetings, the progress reports, to just highlight the points or the progress made and send it in an email to Sally? And then she could send it to each of
Kind of
us?
like the minutes. of
Yeah,
what-
kind of like minutes, but just, here are, the 4 things that were done this week. And here's, that type of thing when you have your meetings.
Yeah, I know the Wheeler Engineering, they take notes of every
Mhm,
meeting and I could forward those to you.
Yeah.
And if they
That'd be
got
good.
any concerns or changes they want to make, at least then we kind of got an idea what they're looking at.
Yeah,
We do that with our roads. We meet once a week and go over how it's going, what they found that they weren't expecting, and
yeah.
there's
I-
always something that comes up.
I mean, as far as I know, I don't see any problem with doing that. I'll have to check with leadership, but I don't see a problem why we can't. I mean, and even if I just condense what they
Right.
put in there and send it to you, I can, in my own words, but I don't have a problem with that at all.
Any other discussion?
I guess I got a couple questions. So if these projects get done, they should not have to dump the lake again to work on the other projects, right?
Correct.
Okay. Because that was the one thing that a lot of people were complaining about.
Yep.
The second thing, as the park board and public, a lot of people asking me, what are we going to get out of this? The public itself.
Yep.
Because this is actually their money that we're giving to you. So is there anything that you can, I mean, I and Tracy both in park board, and it seems like a lot of the things we gotta do, we gotta jump through a lot of hoops to get things done. It'd be a lot easier if, if you guys, we could just call and say, we want to put a new flagpole and do it. You
Yeah.
know, or want to move some trees or something. There's trees on the trails we want to get rid of. Do it. It seems like it's a hard time getting anything done out there for the park board.
Kind of like I said at the public meeting, as far as what the county is getting back from this donation, I guess you get the restoration of the lake quicker, and then you get that assurance that the lake is not going to have to be drawn down in next year or in 5 years when we came up with the money from our budget to do this work. So you have that continuity of the lake being held at the operating level that people are used to, in the past. As far as with the park board in the park, I'll say the same thing I said at the public meeting is I'm willing to work with them. We can look at that, the MOU or MOA that we have with the park board and see if there's some items that we can work with you guys on, there's certain things that, we just can't do because of laws, but where I can work with you and make things simpler, I'm willing to do that.
Will, do you have anything to say on that part of it? Park board? You did, okay. Okay,
That's a good idea.
that would be,
Good
Yep.
idea.
that'd be great because like some of the people down around New Raddick and stuff, they really don't care about Lake Isla.
Yeah.
Like up here,
Yep.
the people, and I myself, I like to see Lake Isla back.
Yep.
I like to see, so you can have picnics and swimming and all that stuff like we used to when we were kids.
Yeah.
But people down there really don't care,
Yeah.
so them are the ones that are hard to explain what's going on.
Yep.
Is there any other
That's it.
discussion? Any other discussion? Do we need another motion?
Yeah, there would have
Yep.
to be. Yep.
Yep.
Mr. Chairman, I would move that we donate from federal mineral royalty funds, the 748,000 for the Lake Ilo Dam repair.
There a second? Motion made by Commissioner Dalzell, second by Commissioner Pelton to approve $748,000 out of the federal mineral royalty to go to the Lake Ilo repair of the dam. Is there any other discussion?
Mr. Chairman, I would add that we have at least a monthly report on progress added to that.
Should we amend the motion? Is that what
I'm
you're?
okay with that.
Okay, just adding that to the motion. Okay. Is there any discussion? You'll have to come up and
Right. Are there any conditions tied to that payment, such as making the funds available on completion of the dam, or anything which can be checked on?
No, I'm sure it's like all of our projects. They've got people they've got to pay before it gets done.
yeah,
Mhm.
they'll be,
I know, but they have funds available to do that. But so far, there have been so many delays in the reconditioning of the dam. I like to have some certain targets before we spend any tax money, county tax money toward that project. Are there any conditions tied to the payment?
it's going specifically for this project.
It's going specifically for
What,
these
no
four.
Timing or anything like this?
Do you have a timeline with your contract?
Our contract completion date is October. I don't know if it's October 1 or October 31st, but it's got to be done by October.
You probably got
We-
LDs in place if they.
We clarified that previously after these other meetings that we had that it is supposed to be done this fall. There is a timeline on the contract.
So if that timeline is missed, will the payment still be made?
You won't be paid
We
until,
won't be paying the contractor until the contract is completed.
I mean, the county payment to the project.
Well, Mr. Chairman,
No.
I believe they need to know that these funds are committed in order to move forward. And so just like, when we award road projects, they know the county's good for the payment. So
I know.
Yeah. So I would
there's no
assume-
problem with the commitment. I
Mhm.
think the problem is with the timing.
I believe that today we're not gonna give them the check for 748. It'll be when they pay their contractor, they're gonna request the money from us. The date,
Well, I don't
Okay.
know. I think,
Uh-uh.
no,
They can roll it
we'll
once.
give her the money all at once, yeah. For these were bid numbers. They're solid numbers.
So is
The
that correct now
contractor- yeah.
that the payment will be made when the federal government pays the contractor? Is that
No.
correct? My understanding correct?
can you say that again? I'm not sure what.
Not
That
following exactly.
our payment from the county to the federal government, is that tied to the payment of the contractor?
No,
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 So we will make the payment before the contractor is paid.
they'll have the money for this explicit purpose. It just like so we've donated to the fire department, to ambulance. They do their application and we award the money right away so that they can go about their business and getting the project done.
Right.
So that's what this would be too. We wouldn't do this different than any other donation that we do.
I mean, they'll probably have bills coming in every 2 or 3 weeks or.
I'm concerned about the timing because there have been so many delays for the last 1 or 2 years on this project.
Mhm.
And I would like to make payments to accelerate and stick
yeah.
to the project deadlines.
Well, I think
well,
they have to,
Yeah.
they have to get it done.
yeah. But there's already been a motion on the table, so.
I know. I was late.
I appreciate your input.
Sorry about that.
No, you're
Oh,
okay.
that's fine.
You're okay. I appreciate your input. Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Commissioner Marsh,
Yes.
Commissioner Dalzell,
Yes.
Commissioner Pelton,
Yes.
Commissioner Kleeman,
Yes.
Commissioner Beener.
Yes, motion carried. Thank you.
Thanks, Kathy.
Entertaining a motion to adjourn
Motion to adjourn.
for a second.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Marsh, seconded by Commissioner Kleeman to adjourn. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, motion carried.
Just make sure you don't screw up because it haunts.
He's breathing down my neck.
You and me are watching it.